Hello and welcome back to the channel. So we're here at Leamington at New Bowl Common with their newly built bike tracks, and we're here to give my Yamaha its very first ride. Now I would give you quite a long-winded first ride impressions and all that, but unfortunately I don't think there's a need to, because in my first video, if you've watched it, if you haven't, go have a look, there'll be a link in the description. I kept mentioning about my new bike and how I'd waited, what, 5-6 months for it. Unfortunately, although it is a new bike to me, it is not a brand new bike. And there was various reasons for that. First of all, before I get into the reasons, I need to say that Alf England, Yamaha in Bedworth, they were absolutely fantastic. They kept me in the loop every step of the way. They told me what was going on with my bike, when to expect it. And because it's not a brand new bike, unfortunately it was a couple of months old and it was used, they chucked in a mountain bike jersey. I think it was about £60, about £100 worth of cleaning products. They're going to warranty a few things on it for me, like the screen with a couple of scratches and the fork decals, because you can see they're a little bit ripped. And they're also going to renew the factory warranty on it, which is a brand new 2-year warranty. So it essentially is a new bike. The good thing about it being a used bike, it was a press demo. So it will have a few marks on it, but that's a good thing, because if it was a brand spanking new, I wouldn't want to ride it because I'd be afraid of hurting it. But because there's a couple of marks on it already, that initial fear of marking it has gone. So I'm happy just to ride the wheels off it. Okay, so why did it take 6 months? So I initially test rode one of these and placed the order back in June. So I saw Steve from Alf England at the cycle show. We spoke about it. He said what the deal was. I went a week later, test rode it for a couple of hours, absolutely killed the battery on it, and put an order there and then. The offer was at 45% off. And he said at that initial point, it's going to be a long wait. The demand outstrips supply. Yamaha can't build them quick enough, which is good. It shows that they've built a product that people want. And I was happy to wait. He was very straightforward from the off about what the wait would be. Then at the end of November, I got a phone call from Steve from Alf England saying that although I've got a bike and it will be the last large Moro 07 in the country, it's got my name on it, but it is a press bike. It won't be brand new. I asked him why it wouldn't be brand new, and there was one reason. Yamaha Japan have decided to stop making this bike. So that's the reason I'm not giving you an in-depth ride review on it, because it's pointless, because I may rave about it and say it's brilliant, but you can't buy it. So where's the point? And unfortunately, Yamaha Japan have made something absolutely amazing and then pulled it from production. And it's a real shame, because compared to all the other e-bikes out there, in fact there's a couple of e-bikes around me now, this is an absolute standout. And wherever I've ridden around the park today, people have stopped to stare, and they've even said, "Oh, Yamaha, I didn't realise they made push bikes." Yamaha were onto something here, and they decided to pull the plug. And it's an absolute shame, because it's probably one of the best bikes I've ridden, honestly. It's absolutely fantastic, and it's a shame people aren't going to get to experience it. Fingers crossed they bring it back for 2026. There is a rumour, but such a crying shame. Okay, so we've had a bit of a ride today, and I'm really enjoying this bike. It's so much fun. Still trying to get used to it being an e-bike, which, so much fun. If you haven't got one, get one. They make the difference. Anyway, I'm not going to do a ride review on it because you can't buy them anymore, which is an absolute shame. But I'm going to give you some good and bad points, because every bike has good and bad points. Now, I've spoken to a few people who own one of these, and the first thing they say to upgrade is the brakes. So they currently run on Magura MT5s. Personally, for me, I'm 106 kilo. I'm finding them more than adequate. They're giving me a lot of stopping power, especially in some of these tight switchbacks. and that actually gives me a lot of confidence on the brakes. Most people will upgrade to Hope Tech 4s, which I don't blame them. They're amazing brakes, and I probably will in the future because they come in blue, and this will have some blue bits on it. The saddle is all right for some small riding, like in a small park like this, but if you're going to do miles on it, probably needs upgrading. It's all right. And as with probably every bike, it's the first thing bikers do: pedals and grips. So these grips are a bit used anyway because the bike was a couple of months old, so they will be replaced probably with some death grips. And the pedals, so these are the standard plastic pedals that come with the bikes. Most bikes come with them, and they're all right. So far I've not had any pedal slips. I've got Ride Concept shoes. They are very grippy, and with these plastic pedals they're fine even though they're wet. But again, I'm probably going to upgrade to some DMR Volts, maybe some Uber bike pedals in blue, obviously, just to go with the bike. And at the moment, that's all I can say about good and bad points. The whole thing is good, and there's a couple of bad. Well, thank you for watching the video with our very first and very quick ride out with the Morrow 07. I am really glad I bought this bike. I absolutely love it. So much fun, and I should have bought an e-bike sooner. Anyway, now I've got this, the plans for next year begin. What do I do with it? There are a couple of big rides I want to do. I want to attack a mountain, but that's for the future. I thank you for watching the video and for watching all of the channel videos. At the moment, we've hit just over 60 subs and things are going brilliant. I thank everyone for watching. If you do like the content I produce, please give me a thumbs up on a video, subscribe, even comment, even if you don't like the way I look. Comment. It's great to have interactions. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good Christmas.